Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspectives. In this series, we have covered lot of lectures. Lot of lectures are covered on the actual designing of a temple to find out what is a real uniqueness in that temple, in which way it differs from other temple, and we have found out that the temples were constructed over many periods, maybe couple of 100 years. In spite of that, they followed certain patterns and certain things which was a basic narrated in a Sanskrit manuals is not changed. They have followed that strictly, but they have developed their own ideas around it, and they have developed different varieties. Though basic was Nagara and the Dravidian style, the subdivisions were sub-variants were discovered. We have different lectures on different of these, and please visit our list given below. All these temples will give you, all these lectures will give you some unique ideas about a temple. This one is Nagara, this one is Dravida, and this is Vaisra. Now, though on first look they look different, if we have go in detail in which way differs, makes our lecture today. So let's see in more detail how they differ and what is the speciality behind each type. So we got different lecture for Nagara, we got different lectures for Dravidian. Today's lecture is for Vaisra style. Vaisra style is also called as the Chalukyan style because they developed it, and the laboratory for the Vaisra style was Pattadkal, where they have developed many varieties, many different types in this temple. We'll study them today. So today's topic for this section is Vaisra style of temples. The Vaisra style is a fusion of Nagara and Dravida style and is found in Chalukya ruled areas, that is mostly in Karnataka and also some part of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. You will find this same style of temples. Right from Alampur, which is at Telangana, you will find them in almost all the Karnataka and also some part of Andhra Pradesh. This style is rampant wherever Chalukyans has ruled, and mighty Chalukyans has ruled almost entire South India, including Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, then as part of Maharashtra and entire Karnataka. So this is a fusion basically of the Nagara and Dravidian style. The combination has curvilinear shikhara of the Nagara style. They have taken it from the Nagara style, and mandapa hall structures of the Dravidian style. So look at the fusion, how they are made. They have combined these two to come out with a Vaisra style. One of the school of thought, or which is a type of development, Gadaga style, is also a variant, that is of Western Chalukyan variant. We have got different videos on it. Do watch it. That is the Gadag style of temple architecture. Now, Vaisra style is at times related to the region between the Krishna and the Vindhya, or sometimes called as Krishna Tungabhadra Doab. So in this part, it was a fertile area, a richest revenue earning area in that time. You will find this type of temple, and they are mainly emerged in medieval period. Many temples in the central India and the Deccan have used the Vaisra style with their regional modifications. As I told you, the basic remains same, but the ideas are implemented by the kings, by the people, sculptures, by the sutradharas, and those who are constructing temple has their own ideas, and they have taken experiences from all other and constructed their own style. Now coming to Vaisra, this style has the height of the tower in reduced and the tiers are also reduced. So what you have to do when you reduce the height of the tower is you have to reduce the tiers. So the tiers are reduced, then the height of tower is reduced, it is more made flat, and this is achieved by decreasing height of the individual tiers. In this style of structure, there are finely finished figures and much decorated and well polished. The sculptures are well polished, well designed, and they found that structurally these temples stand better. That's why they have modified it. They have studied the earlier temples which were ruined, which have survived, and from that they have come to idea that which will last long are this type of temples, and that we can see today also. In spite of 800, 1000, 1200 years also, nothing has happened to them. Its emphasis is on Vimana and Mandapa. Its ground plan is basically a star-shaped. Now, star-shaped introduction by the Hoysalas. Hoysala introduced a star-shaped temple architecture for the Jagati or the Pitha or plinth. So, the ground is covered as a star-shaped, stellate-shaped. They found that earlier temples, which were Dravidian temples, which were directly on the floor, the temples in North India, which are on the platform, are more strong. Structurally, they are more better. So adapted, this style was adapted by the Chalukyans in their own temples. So basically, they had a stair or a citadel shaped plan. One of the unique feature of Visara architecture is an open ambulatory passage, that is circumambulatory or Pradakshina Path is open in this, or sometimes semi-open in it. The Jagati is taken as the base, that is modification accepted from the North India. Now pillar, doorway, ceilings are decorated intricately. Now designing of the temple started coming from this onward. Look at this. Now if you go to Pattarkal, you can see all the three varieties, that is Nagara, Visera and Dravidian, standing at the same place. But more we are going to study in this lecture are the Vesaras. So Vesara style we will be seeing in more detail. Look at this, the central one. This is the Vesara style. Look at how beautifully they are constructed. Then semi-open circumambulatory path. Combination of North Indian. This is a Kashi Vishwanatha temple of the Pattalakal, which is constructed in a Nagara style. This is a Vesara style. And this is a Someshwar temple, which is constructed in Dravidian style. We have seen these two temples in different lecture. In this we will be seeing now side by side a Dravidian and a Vesara. From this style is developed by the Chalukyans, and they started making it beautiful. Look at the nicely decorated shikharas. We have also seen inside there is circumambulatory path. Again we are seeing here a combination of all the three one after another. A Dravidian style. Look at the shikhara will give you, this is Dravidian. Sangameshwar Mandir. This will tell you is another Vesara style. And here the Kashi Vishwanath temple is in the Nagara style. So this is central, is a Vesara which we are studying now. The another temples are covered in some other lecture. Here also we are finding same. From the distance to show you a more elaborative idea. These are from Pattarkal. Look at this temple we are supposed to see. Vesara style. This is also Vesara style. This is the Dravidian style. Sometimes some temples of the Vesara style they resemble more of the Nagara style or Nagara style. So more, maybe the percentage differs. Which were constructed by the temple architecture or by the kings has adapted it in percentage wise, or modifications are not 100% but in percentage wise. This is from Alampur, that is Telangana, but by Chalukyas. Chalukya had their dynasty till Alampur, that is at Telangana near Hyderabad. So almost near Seychelles. Look at this also is Alampur, but the temple architecture is perfect Vesara, Chalukyan style. This is also from the Navabrahma temple. Navabrahma temple are the 9 temples which are not exactly same but like each other, and they will give you a perfect Dravidian style. Let's come to now Vijayanagara style. Vijayanagara had many uniqueness in them. The topmost or the most prominent was the Gopuram they started constructing. As you know, Dravidian style temples has a compound wall and Gopuram, versus Nagara style did not have that. So the compound wall and Gopuram, Pushkarni, all these things are well developed by the Vijayanagaras. Now it happened that Hoysalas lost to Vijayanagar. But the temple, that is Channakeshava temple, which was incomplete by them, was completed by Vijayanagara. So Vijayanagar Samrajya, in spite of winning over them, contributed to construction of that building, Channakeshava temple. Now this is a Vijayanagara Vithala, or this is called a Vijay Vithala complex, and this is a Vitthal temple. Now that was Gopuram of it. Let's know what is the speciality. The Vijayanagara architecture is a vibrant combination of Chalukyas, Hoysalas, Rashtrakutas, Pallavas, Pandyas and Cholas. They have victory everywhere till they lost at Talikot. But before that, they had defeated almost every dynasty in South India, but they never destroyed any of the temple. In fact, they completed the incomplete temple work by most of these. Now, the legacy of sculpture, architecture and painting influenced the development of the art along the entire empire came to end once the Vijayanagara Empire was lost. The stylistic hallmark is the ornament pillars of the Kalyan Mandapa. Kalyan Mandapa is a marriage hall. They thought the marriage of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati has taken place. So whosoever will get married here will have a long married life. They will be a happy couple. So a lot of people get married here. Then there are also Vasanta Mandapa, that is for the public functions, open pillared hall, and a Raya Gopuram, that is a Gopuram specially called by them as a Raya Gopuram. The art is used locally available hard granite because of its durability and abundant availability and easy to mold, become hard later on but soft to mold. And this was because it was constantly under threats. That's why they had to make it a strong one, and they have made it. And even as today, it is seen, it is awarded UNESCO Heritage Site, and even in spite of all these things, we can appreciate their beauties today. Let's go in detail. Now, the center is Gopuram, then Vithala Temple, and surrounding are the stalls for the market. The supermarkets of Vijayanagara, to describe it in one word, the grains, the pearls, diamonds were sold like grains, and everybody in the world was coming here for trading their goods, and a lot of people has marked this market, this city, as better than Rome at that time. That was a remark by the visitors. That was the greatness of this. We have different videos. Do watch them and know how much glorious this market was. This was actually part of a horse market. There are more than 800 stalls. And the horses were brought from all over. Look at these beautiful carvings. Though partially ruined, they can give you the beauty. So Vijayanagara stands for carvings. Vijayanagara stands for paintings like Virupaksha temple. You can see paintings right today after 800 years. They are still like fresh. Now this is the Kalyan Mandapa. Then this side is the Vithala temple. And this is the Vasanta Mandapa. This, as you know, is a Garuda chariot. It is also seen on the 50 rupees currency note. This is Garuda chariot. It is in front of the Vithala temple, which has a musical pillars. This was constructed, these all pillars are musical pillars, and like that there are a lot of temples you will see in Hampi which has got musical pillars. Not only Vithala temple but also Malyavanta Raghunatha temple, there also you will find a musical pillars. And here additionally you will find a Vasanta Mandapa and Kalyan Mandapa for the public celebrations. Here you will find a lot of unique architectures, like Yali is the beginning, or Yali was started creating by the Vijayanagaras. Number one, musical pillar by Vijayanagaras, and they have carved also the reincarnation of Lord Vishnu Avataras. They incur here, which gives us a history how the human or the species, present species, had developed by carvings, and they are 800 years old, much 600 years before Darwin could say Utkrantivad, that is how a life has evolved. But you will find this on the carvings of this temple. You will find as a Matsya Avatar, that is the life has originated from sea. Then you will find Kurg, that is the partially sea, partially land. Then you will find that farming. Then you will find the hunting started, that was represented by wild boar. Then was the well organized farming, that is represented by Balarama, and then Sri Krishna with a Sudarshan Chakra indicating the sciences, or the years indicate by the Sudarshan Chakra. So all these things are said much before what Darwin has said. So that is the glory of Vijayanagara. Look at these musical pillars. Nowadays they don't allow you to go inside because people have misused them. But similar musical pillars you can find in Malyavant Raghunatha temple also. Here you will find this is Vithala temple. This is a modification of Dravidian. That was Dravidian itself was a modification of the Nagara and Dravida. So Visera, Dravidian style, modified by Vijayanagara in some different ways. Here differently they use was also a mixture of certain type of soil to make this by mixing certain ingredients in them, which was allowing them to carve and then getting hard later on, which to last for many years. So that was a glory. Now the interesting part of this Gopuram, what we are seeing behind the Garuda, is the Channa Keshava temple, and this was constructed by Vijayanagara after winning over the Hoysala. They saw that Channa Keshava temple is incomplete. They completed in their own style, but the style is of Vijayanagara. So here you will see a Gopuram of Vijayanagar style in the Channakeshava temple, that is in Ballur, near Haibiddu, Karnataka. The Gadak style, as I told you, was also an interesting part which was developed by the Western Chalukyas. But after losing to the Vijayanagara, here in the Gadak city itself, this Veeranarayan temple, Gopuram was constructed by the Vijayanagara Empire. Look at this. They have constructed. And here they started using the bricks. Because of that, this Gopuram started becoming lightweighted. So they start lasting long. So that was another addition by them, that they start making it with the help of, see here, that was made by the bricks. This is in the heart of city. And the temple itself is used for all for social functions, that you can see over there. Then let's come to the just now talked Western Chalukyan style, that is Gadak style of temple architecture. Here you will find a development, how it has taken place from a basics in a 6 to 800 till a finely carved temple at 14th century. The earlier temple we are going to see, this was a temple which was constructed before the constructed temple at Itigi. Here you are seeing the temple is, this is the temple at Navalgund. Let's see what the style is. The Western Chalukyan style was also called as Kalyani Chalukyas. They ruled Deccan from 1973 to 1180s, and they constructed many temples. Their main existence was between Krishna and Tungabhadra Doab in the central Karnataka. Their architectural development is linked between Badami Chalukyas and that of the Hoysas. So they are in the center geographically also. So they adapted both. They are the link between these two. Art of the Western Chalukya is also called as Gadak style. They were numerously, they are variously ornated, and they have their own style of development that we are going to see right from the Navanatha temple till the temple at Idgi, which is called Samrat of Temple, that is King of Kings temple, which was the king of all the temples. These temples are ornated. This temple has pushkarnis, and they also had water sources for ritual bath to come before the darshanam. So Kukunur was a place which was earlier by the Rashtrakutas and then by the Western Chalukyas. Here you can see the temple built by them. So this temple was partially constructed by the Western Chalukyas, and earlier than partially it was constructed by the Rashtrakutas. So both styles this temple is included partially. So this is a Navanatha temple. So you will find 9 Shivalingas here. This is one of the earlier temple. It's a Kukunur. Kukunur is near Gadag. Now you can see this Kukunur, the style has started here, which ended at Idgi, which is near it, around 50 kilometers or less than that from here. So you can go, you can have a look at it first, because you will know the base, and then you can go to Idgi and Dambal to know the peak of their architecture. This is Lakundi in between. In the developmental stage, you can see this Trikuteshwar temple. Pushkarni, as I told you, is a glory. This is a Pushkarni. Large step well. It is serving water even after 600 to 800 years. And this area was once upon a densely in a jungle. Lot of trees were around, and dense forest was around it. Saptamatrukas is one of the characteristic of the Chalukyas. Now here you will find Saptamatrukas along with Gajanan on the right side and Shiva on the left side. They are escorting Saptamatrukas. So Lord Ganesha and Lord Shiva are with them. So that is the symbolization of the Western Chalukyas. Now Amruteshwar temple at Navalgund was the earlier foundation or the designing they thought before preparing the biggest glory, that is at Idgi. So this is Amruteshwar temple of Navalgund. This was constructed, the design was well taken, and subsequently look at this is near Dharwad. Here you can see all development, all stages. Then again, this is a Lakundi temple, Kashi Vishweshwara temple, Lakundi. There are 2 temples across the road, each other facing, and opposite is a Surya Narayana temple. But this temple, just now what we have seen, was also at Lakundi, and at the temple of Trikuteshwar with Pushkarni resembles this. And another temple which will resemble this is from the Tamri Surla, Goa. You will find same pattern. But this was the Anegiri, that is Amruteshwar, and after that they constructed the Dambal. Dambal is the Doddabasappa temple. Look at the beauty, look at the symmetry, look at the geometry, and look at the way in which the temple is constructed. Marvelous, beautiful, excellent. No word to describe it. This is a Dambal, Doddabasappa temple. Still closer. Lot of reconstruction work is still going on. There are in Lakundi right now, there are a lot of temples they are finding, and a lot of excavation is going on. Now this temple you are finding is what we found in between Kukunur and Idgi. There is a railway flyover, and around it this temple is. The point to emphasize was this Nandi Mandapam was somewhere here, which is shifted. Again, while the railway lines were getting expanded, they have shifted the temple, shifted the monuments, shifted the Nandi Mandapam right near the temple. This is something good they are doing. Now this is the Mahadeva temple, Idgi, the Samrat of the temple, Chakravarti of the temples. This temple has got all the things which you can see in any temple. It's a big temple complex, big temple, neatly kept, beautifully constructed. And look at the pillars, designs, sculptures, This is privately managed, but as part of that, it's very well maintained. In the central reliefs over the entrance of the sanctum, you can find the elephant showering goddess Lakshmi. Then this is decorated dorja. Look at the pillars. Pillars are just marvelous. They are circular, they are shaped. All square is turned into the concentric circles. And can you see the water reservoir here? Yes, it's a big water reservoir around it. Earlier temple which we saw of the Lakundi, there is also a water reservoir. Now let's come to the another style, that is Hemadpanthi style. Hemadpanthi style is a Deccan style, and it was developed in the era of Bahmani. They have developed a lot of temples. Now this temple along with the board is from the Devgiri or the Daulatabad fort. Now this style originated in 12th and 13th century. The main features are use of large stone slabs that are used to construct this temple. Large slabs are used, they are interlocked with each other so that they could not dislodge. Then decorative element, carved stones, figures of deities, geometrical pattern, use of large elaborated entrances. They often adorn the intricate carvings, even the doors adorn the intricate carvings, and use of the distinct style of shikhara, that is tower above the sanctum, and covered with intricate carvings. Each and every stone, each and every piece, each and every pillar are decorated. They can be star shaped, they can zigzag, and here also the temple is constructed over the raised platform or Jagati. So there is another important thing which was borrowed from the North Indian Nagara style. So started from Nagara, but particularly they are seen in all the temples subsequently. Now the examples of Hemadpanthi temple are, these are the multiple temples of Maharashtra, and those who are interested can pause it and see. Important which we are going to demonstrate you are Mahadeva temple of Aiholi, then Jain Narayan temple of Patadkal, and Larkhan temple of Aiholi. This we have separated because we are going to show you to enumerate the styles. However, inside Maharashtra there are a lot of temples which you can have a look. You can pause it and you can have a detailed list of them. Almost all these temples are of similar style, different varieties, but the Hemadpanthi style they are. Of course, we are going to take some sample temples for the detailing, but otherwise most of the temples you can pause it and have a look at it. Now to first is the Hemadpanthi architecture, earliest, right from the same age of Bahmanis, is the Daulatabad fort. This temple is ruined, but you can still see inside. It maintains the style, it maintains the pattern, and it maintains the types. As I told you, we are going to see some of the temples in more details. Now we'll see a Yamai temple of Aundh in more detail. So what are the features? The Yamai temple is built on a small hill which can be reached by using steps that start at the bottom of the hill, or you can go by car directly till the temple. The temple complex has the head of Rakshas Aundhasur, then well-carved Nandi, and a Shivalinga. The idol of goddess Yamai in black stone is almost 2 meters in height and is in cross-leg position, in sitting position. The temple is the family shrine or Kula Daivat for a lot of people in the Maharashtras and around in the world. The top of the temple has images and idols of the various Hindu deities. The tower and the temple has been associated with the Pantapradinidhi family. That's a private temple. It was a Sansthan earlier, and nowadays it is merged in India, but it was earlier a different Sansthan. Now look at this temple. It's just a outstanding beauty. Typical Hemarpanthi style of temple. It has rotating pillars also. So when you will see or visit a temple, do not forget to rotate the pillars. There are two pillars in front of the deity behind the Nandi Mandapas, which you can easily turn. On this temple you can find the Vishnu Dashawataras also, and also many of the deities. The next temple is the Faltan, that is Jabreshwar temple, Faltan. It is near Satara or near Pune, Maharashtra. Here you can see beautiful carvings. This is one of a Hemarpanthi temple which is carved beautifully. Earlier temples we saw was carved but not as beautifully. The Latkhan temple of the Ihole, with different pattern. We have described it in different videos. Do visit it. And this is Jain Narayan temple. I told you a lot of Hemarpanthi temples are there, but we are going to show you certain temples which will give you a fair idea as to what the Hemarpanthi style is. And also this will cover the vast area. We have shown you earlier from Maharashtra, we have shown you from the Karnataka, we have shown you from Patadkal. Now we are showing you this is a place around both. And now let's come to another style that is called as Vamsana style of temple architecture. This is slightly, these are variants. So you will find more small variants in it. Now Vamsana, there are shorter but broader structures comprising of roofs with numerous slabs that rises upwards in a gentle slope on a straight incline like a pyramid, meeting at a single point over the midpoint of the temple. Now we are seeing many temples, of which the base temple or the last temple or the most ornated temple is near the Halebid, that is near Hassan district. This is Vamsana style temples we are seeing. You will find they are broad. Earliest temple again Mahakuta. This is another place where a lot of things were introduced for the first time. You can see here in little bit different ways, here also in different ways. This is Ihole. These were temples which were from earlier age, that is around 800 to 1100, and those who are around 1100 to 1200 are beautifully carved and they have got intrinsic designs. Now as you go advance in the age, that is after the 8th, 9th century, you will start finding the better architecture. And curvature, sculptures, they came little late, that is after the 1000. Here the Nandi Mandapam is not there, so Nandiji is sitting outside. This is the best, which is from Hassan district. Everybody knows the famous cricketer Jagawal Srinath. So this is Jagawal place is in Hassan district near Chikmagalur, and you can see this temple over there. This is the little advanced version of the same architecture. These were the earlier, but this had certain different things. Now we'll see the Rashtrakuta style. Now this type of temple architecture you'll find is mainly in Maharashtra. The Deccan architectural style is also another name given to it. Then by 8th and 9th century they developed it, and this art became glorious because that was their time of maximum strength. They almost had central India major portion with them. Then by 750, the early Western Chalukyas controlled the Deccan was taken by the Rashtrakuta. Rashtrakuta defeated them, and that was the end of them. We have seen it, the Gadag architecture earlier by Western Chalukyas, how they constructed. And their greatest achievement was the Kailashnath temple, that is the ultimate of the cave-cut temples, the highest and glorious rock-cut architecture in India, and it is a complete Dravidian style of temple with Nandi shrine inside. Look at the temple and you will realize everything has been carved in a single stone, whether it is Nandi Mandapam, whether it is Gopuram, whether it is a gateway, whether it is the Deepa Mandapam in it, or whether there is a Deepa Malika in it, Deepa Stambhas in it, everything was from a monolith hill. So that was a great thing done by them. The paintings, the carvings, everything will attract you. And certain like Anugraha of Ravana is a marvelous picture, and that is of the Shiva and Parvati are one of the finest carvings. The other fine monuments here are Jain Narayan temple at Patadakal and Navalinga temple at Kukunur. Kukunur, we have seen that it was an earlier temple, little not much ornated carving, but it is one of the earliest temple, Kukunur. And near that is Italy, which has got the best temple, that is the Samrat of the temples. The Rashtrakutas contributed to the art architecture and reflected the splendid rock cut shrines at the Ellora and Elephanta situated in the present day Maharashtra. Altogether they constructed 34 rock-cut temples. Of them, Kailashnath is the best one. Look at this beauty. Remember, it's from a single rock cut. This is Kukunur. Earlier was the Kailash temple, Kailashnath temple, Ellora. Kukunur is Gadag district. You can reach very easily. We have multiple different style of temples which were developed by keeping certain principles common. In this lecture we have seen another few lectures are there on the same topic, different covering topics. Please refer to our links so that you will know a temple style and in which lecture it is covered. With that, I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Logs off. Till we meet next time. Goodbye, good luck, and take care.